It's so nice to finally meet you and talk to you in call.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's great. I'm actually surprised to be here for once. I mean, when I saw KK like actually do this, I was like so excited. Like I actually enjoyed that video so much. It's like I was like sitting there with like so much emotion, just
Oh,
like watching all of that. Can't even lie to you. Like there was some laughs, there was like some crazy moments. Like I was actually sitting there. Like, have you ever seen like that like photo of Flight like just like holding his chin, like looking like into his monitor? Like I was actually looking at that. Like just the first thing I did that morning was like wake up and just like see that. It was actual cinema.
I love that. But yeah, I've. It's nice to finally talk to you because ever since meeting Keller, you've always been like around, popping up. Whether I would see you in White Sugar Garden or like interacting with you and him talking about you and stuff. So
No, but to be honest, I was actually surprised as well. Like I'm just as surprised as you guys. I don't think my music is actually that good, to be honest. Like I try my best to put in like a lot of work. Like it's been like straight hours of like hard work, but I don't know why. It's just the music just doesn't sound right. But like if you guys like it, then I guess it's good.
no,
But like I always try my best at least.
do you want Keller to be here?
I mean, no problem. I mean,
I
if
mean, I
he's
can just
fooling
mute.
around, you'll probably mute, to be honest.
It's the homie. It's alright.
He's the only for real.
He's the co-host. Alrighty, so let's start. Hi chat.
Yeah, let's start.
Welcome to the third episode of Sound of Swords. My name is Fork, and today I'm going to be interviewing an underground artist, HexxedBane. Welcome.
Yo, what's up? I can't even lie to you guys. I'm glad to be here. Like after I've seen like the interview with KK, it's actually been such a wild ride, and I'm actually excited to be here for once, since it's
Yeah.
my turn and all.
Yeah. So to give the listeners some context, you are part of the White Sugar Garden collective and also a childhood friend of KK from the first episode. He told me you met in your home country, which is where you are now, from my understanding, and you recently started dabbling into music through joining this collective, which is where you upload everything, right?
Yeah, that's actually exactly how you would put it. Like I remember meeting like KK for the first time. Like it was actually insane because at first we were like more or less enemies. It all started in grade 3, to be honest. And what happened is that I was with my first friend in grade 1, and we didn't really like him yet. Well, obviously my friend started like getting into him, and for some reason I just felt jealous. But then what happened is just one day we were like playing foolish and everything, and we just like started asking and talking with like our class around, and then for some reason we just started talking with him, and then we just started getting along. It was honestly very like wow. I enjoyed it a lot. But like, at first, I was a little bit jealous, to be honest. But then, like, when I started to get to know him, then like there was just like this chemistry, you know.
Yeah, you guys clicked. And you've been friends
Trust me,
for
like
10 years?
to be honest, I'm going to say probably like 10 years plus. Like, well, soon. I think we met like yeah, we actually like met around in 2016. Well, actually, now that I think about it, we actually met in kindergarten. We weren't like the best of friends yet, nah. But what happened is like we just met again. I actually can't remember like him for the first time when I saw him in grade 3, but like then everything started to click, and then like we remember each other, and we were like, oh yeah, I remember you. And then all of a sudden, but like to be honest, where our like friendship really started kicking, it was like in 2020, like during quarantine and all that, and it kind of like really just sparked up a plug, you know.
Yeah.
Like we just started to get to know each other and all that.
I love that. I was telling KK how his accent sounds a little British, but holy shit, your accent, man, so strong. What is this accent like?
As much as I hate to say it, like nothing against like the Afrikaners or anything, but I really don't like my accent that much, and a lot of people actually say so that my accent is very Afrikaans, or like what they like to call it boer. It's kind of like I wouldn't want to say it's insulting because like the Afrikaners, they're their own nation, they're their own everything. But I always grew up as like the English guy. I was the English guy in like every school. Like I do know a few like words of Afrikaans every now and then. Like I understand the basics of it.
Love it. Have you seen the cover of the interview? Here, let me screen share it real quick.
Yo, let me see. Let me see. Oh damn.
So you asked to be the jester, but I decided it would only be fitting if I was a jester as well with you.
I mean, to be honest, it's fair. I like being like the loser pick me sometimes, to be honest, but I wouldn't want to ever like ego myself. I'm like the least. I wouldn't want to say anyone has an ego in my sugar garden, to be honest, because we're all the same. We're all bros. I love them all. They love me. I'm so glad to like be with them forever and always. And I'm actually very glad that they invited me to watch Sugar Garden. It's like actually such a gift to be in this situation.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think that I'm very, how do you say it? I don't know. I'm always been an introvert when I was like a child.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, and your music gives you that same vibe of like loser boy, like the depressed loser boy, or like
Is it
not loser, but
literally what
like
it says?
being really.
No, no, no. I actually don't mind being called a loser. I think it's like it sort of motivates me to like push to the future. Like I don't really take it to heart. I see it as like, okay, I made a mistake and I must just push forward.
Yeah, that's why I emphasized with your music, and I decided to be jester with you because it's like, damn, same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Alrighty, here we go.
Fucking losers.
So here it seems like you had a shawty, you had a fight with a shawty, and then boom, no more shawty. So what happened there?
Oh, I would like to start from the beginning there.
Okay.
Like there was this girl. Out of desperation, I tried to hit up on her and she was the first love of my life. Well, as much as I regret to say that, but to be honest, she was like the first feeling of love that I could ever get in my life out of desperation. The story all began about like I don't want to be like rude or anything. Like we loved each other at some point until I don't know. I was always a little bit too soft. Whenever I was in that relationship, I was like way too soft. I was never like forward on it, and like I couldn't like push anything. I was like whatever she wanted, like she got it basically. But like I was like way too soft. I'm not saying that she was a bad person, but like in the situation, I think I was too like soft on her. So like she kind of took advantage, like unconsciously, and that's like kind of what like increased some toxicity towards it. And then like she started taking advantage over me. Not as she was a bad person. I think that's just like psychology in general. And it's sort of like that's why I said like I hate to fight because I've never like fought in that relationship at all because I was so scared of losing the relationship and like breaking up and everything, and I was like so scared of like what it would feel like to be broken up and all that kind of stuff because when I was in that relationship I actually felt like yeah I want to be married. I want to be in that situation. I want to be like happy with like my first relationship for the rest of my life. But to be honest, in reality, there's always like the start of puppy love, just like dreaming and all that. And just, you
Oh
just have to learn from your mistakes.
no, that's so sad.
It is what
Definitely.
it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, I can definitely relate with that. You think it's for life and you're gonna grow old and die together, and that's it. Like, what can happen? You know, you're tight, but some shit always happens. Some shit always happens.
Doesn't it?
What did y'all fight about, if you don't mind?
To be honest, she, I don't know how to put it. It's the thing is, like, the way I talked to her is just like she didn't really like it in such a way. Like, I always felt like I was the dumbass. Like whenever she speaked, it was just, or whenever she spoke, I always felt like I wasn't like talking in like the right picture with her. Like whenever she, like I said, nah, this was fine, she was like, nah, that's not fine. Or like whenever would like I got something, she kind of got a little jealous, and I was like, no, it's all right. And then for some reason, she started getting angry and all that stuff. To be honest, like I don't, I hope she doesn't see this and stuff like that because she'll probably like get hella angry. But like, yeah, it's just very complicated. It's
Okay.
complicated because out of like jealousy and all that kind of stuff.
Well, if there's anything that you don't want to talk about, let me know. And if anything, I can cut out whatever you tell me later. But it just seems like you guys didn't really get along as much as you thought. Maybe like your personalities clashed. That's what it seems like to me. Have you talked since the breakup?
To be honest, I'm kind of a trauma dumper. To be honest, I like, let's just say I deleted every single chat, blocked her, and every single thing, deleted every single photo. Like I'm not really a crier. Like I've rarely cried, probably like once every 2 years. But like I never actually cried off the relationship, but I definitely showed signs. Like people in school, they noticed like I'm just like sitting there crossed in my arms, like sleeping every register class, sitting there. Everyone's just realizes and they're like actually wondering like what's wrong and all that. But I try my best to brush it off. I don't know. I think there's just like goes for like every male, maybe some females as well. That you don't really want anyone to know. It's not really necessary for them to know. It's not so important. It's like kind of your little problem. Like I know you're not actually supposed to do that. You're supposed to open up and all that. But to be honest, I just like I kept it in like in my heart, and I think it kind of like broke me more.
Oh, alrighty. So you were basically saying, I'm a runaway, I'm a runaway, you know, I'm scared to this day. What are we running away from? Is my question.
When I was writing that story, to be honest, like I was actually unconsciously thinking, and now that I actually like went in depth after like publishing it, I was thinking to myself like, damn, that is actually like similar to the story I was like going through in my life. Because remember, with that relationship, I went through like so much, and I tried to run away from my problems instead of like sorting it out, because I was like too scared to mess anything up. So I was actually like so scared just to like do anything with that relationship anymore. So now she threw me out, and I'm still scared, and like no problem has been fixed, and that's just how it ends up. The relationship messed me up. I messed up, and that's the outcome I get from it.
You're just trying to maybe run away from the pain of it, the memories of the
Yeah,
ending.
clearly. It was rough. It was rough, to be honest.
Damn.
I'm glad I could get out of it at least.
You know what? I'm glad too. You'll be okay, Hexy. You got KK over here.
Hopefully.
That's a friend for
I
life.
mean, to be honest, nah, he is a friend for life. I can't even lie to you. Helped me through a lot of hard times. A lot.
god, banger! I'm not gonna lie, this song was stuck in my head all day. I was just cleaning my floor and making some food, and I was like, Rob, I just. um,
I'm actually glad that it like got some love. To be honest, I was kind of surprised to be honest.
yeah, lots of love. Uh, just a little hypothesis about this song. I'm thinking Shorty was a little crazy and was acting a little overprotective over you to the point it was hindering the connection. Did I hit the spot? Or were you the crazy overprotective one?
Nah, to be honest, this was kind of over another girl, a situationship, which happened like soon after. It was this girl that I've been chasing before I was actually with this other girl. Like, I was like in this situationship where I was like, we're just constantly in the talking stage. It was like very, very rough, to be honest. Like, it was giving a lot of mixed signals. Then afterwards, I get in my relationship and all that, and then afterwards the breakup and everything, and then like I had this feeling in my mind like, yeah, I need to be in a relationship, I need to be in a relationship, I don't know what it, I hate this feeling of being out of a relationship. So now like this girl afterwards like got in a relationship like around about like a week after I got in my breakup. So I was like so like jealous and everything. So like whenever I looked at her, it's kind of like ruined me. So I tried to look away from her, which is so funny because I yet again I unconsciously like made the lyrics of this song, and it just broke me a lot. Like I kept on like I couldn't see her face. It was like really hurt my brain, and I couldn't think about it. And in that stage, I was like kind of drinking a lot around that time, trying to forget about like her and the relationship I just broke up with, and a lot of rough things like were going around that stage. Took me like 3 weeks to kind of like get out of that small little box, to just like think about like, yeah, relationship is not everything. You must just get out of it. And you must just like focus on your dreams.
Yeah, it seems like it was another rough one on you. So, what did you mean when you say, saw your face, yeah, I turned away?
What I really meant by that is like, remember I was like robbed by jealousy, like that all that love, because she was like more or less in. I had like a small little feeling about her, like maybe like us getting together. Like I'm to be honest, I'm really glad it didn't because I moved out of town and I'm not in a mood for a long distance relationship. But there was a situation like I was like just so jealous when she got into someone else's relationship, and I was just like looking at her like so differently now. Like I was like, why couldn't it have been us? Why couldn't it have been us together till the end and all that? Because I was trying my best to cope with anything.
Damn.
So I tried my best to like look away from her. Like every time like I see her like when we pass classes or like we're in the same class, I try to like ignore every conversation we have and all that because being friends is just not enough, to be honest.
Makes sense. Make total sense. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. Banger. So, was that your first Sigil Core song?
To be honest, that kind of wasn't. Like the second song I ever made was well, you would say Sigil Core, but like my first single ever, like my second song, it was my first single ever. It was like more or less trying to be off Sigil Core. So this one isn't my first Sigil Core, but I was like thinking about it, like, yeah, maybe I should get back to Sigil Core because like the day before I was like busy making songs and I was like, you know what? Since I'm popping off with this one song, let me try out Sigil Core one more time since, you know, doesn't hurt to try. and all of a sudden just started bopping and all that. And I was like, you know what? Let me just continue with this. Let me do what I have to do.
Yeah.
But it was a fun ride, to be honest. I actually like enjoyed making this song so much. Like I was like sitting there probably for like 1 or 2 hours trying to figure out everything. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was pretty interesting to like see that I could actually pull something like this off. I was like wondering to myself like maybe I could make like the first portion slowed and then like the rest just like constant like just like bangers. Keep the pace going.
Just bars after bars on fire.
And try my best at least.
Yeah, I feel like you definitely saw some success in that genre. You should try make some more of those.
Really?
We need to revive Sigil Core. Okay, let's make a movement. Sigil Core is not dying.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
We need to revive this shit, please. Um,
Yeah, that's what's kind of whack about it, though. It's just like Sujuko is kind of dying down, and like, I mean, I'm sure you heard about like the passing of Lucy 4 the other day as well.
oh yeah.
It kind of broke a lot of hearts, and now I guess Sujuko might actually die out, but hopefully, us Machu Garden can maybe like bring some life back to it. Hopefully, we can try.
Yes.
Not just by myself, but I have a feeling KK might cook in that section. Like for example, like Mugshot Shot in Safe Space, they're not really on that part of it, but I know that they're going to be absolutely great at indie rock and alternative rock and slung, which is probably like our main source right now. But eventually, I think we should start like maybe getting more into sigilcore.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I thought Slong and Sigil Core is the same. I don't really know the difference there, but yeah. Um, this song, Getting Hexed, once again, uh, makes me think you dated a witch that was doing some voodoo black magic on you. But can we get the context there?
To be honest, the context is more on like me getting back into sigilcore to see if people will like get into it and say, yeah, I think you can make sigilcore again. That's why like definitely at the start of my career when I joined Watch Sugar Garden, my boys, that like we also started like trying to focus on core, like that was like our main genre and stuff like that. Never really worked out on my behalf at least, but to be honest, like I tried to see if I could maybe get back into core because there's like so much failures in like my band lab library right now of me like fumbling on core non-stop. So I was like thinking to myself, let me try one more time, and if this doesn't go out, I'll just completely like give up on core. Well, thankfully, I could actually like pull something off once. So.
Nice. I love it. Definitely never stop trying. In the song, you said, I say leave it to your friends, you're a fiend, need some lean, it's all you fucking need. I say cry about it. Um, was she drinking a lot and smoking that you're calling her a fiend?
To be honest, yeah, there were like some parts where like I wouldn't say I'm bipolar, but there were like sometimes where like I'm sad about it, and then like on that day I was pretty mad about it to be honest. But like it was only like after the breakup. Like what happened is that like I was like, yeah, it's all you need. Lean is all you need, and that's like just to cope.
Yeah.
Like to be honest, me personally, I've never really taken any drugs or vaped or done any of that stuff. Like drinking's the furthest I've ever gone. But to be honest, if like lean is what sorts you out, hopefully you don't stay on forever. But if it can maybe like make you help cope through the situation, I wouldn't. Nah, to be honest, I don't really like encourage this on anybody. But if I was in like after that breakup, I probably would have taken some lean.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely. I never encourage anybody to drink or smoke unless it's for a special occasion. And sometimes people do when they have a bad day too. But once it's like an actual addiction, like maybe you said she smoked and drank a lot. I hope she got out of it, especially because I know how hard it can be to hang out with friends or have a relationship while going through an addiction, because all you do is think about that substance, all you do is like smoke that substance, drink it, and then when you do, you just become a fucking bamboo stick, you know, like you're not really talkative.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
That's why you got mad. And they say whenever we're drunk, our true feelings come out, especially things we're scared to say, and maybe like your anger and resentment towards that came out that day. So, and then the bar that you were repeating over and over, getting hexed once again. Your name, HexxedBane. Can you tell me about the origin of your name and how you came up with it?
Ooh, to be honest, I was kind of like waiting for this. It's just like what happened there is that for some reason I was feeling like, okay, yeah, we're getting into Sujuko and all that. So, like, I was, to be honest, like, this sounds like very cowardly, but like, I was searching up on ChatGPT, like, some names to like make for myself. And I was thinking, like, wait, there's Hex over there. Like, it didn't give me any good results. I was thinking to myself, like, nah, these songs are, oh, these names are kind of whack. And I didn't really like them and all that. And now like I saw this word hex and then I saw Bane and I was like, you know what if I put those two words together and then we'll kind of go hard. And to be honest, some people in White Sugar Garden respected it, so I was like, you know what, let me just roll with that. And then now here's my name. And to be honest, obviously like asked like some people in my class and how they thought about it. They were like, yeah, it's kind of fire, to be honest. And now some of them listen to my music, and now I'm pretty excited about it. Well, I don't know how often they listen to my music, but there's some people talking about like my unreleased, saying like it's hard and all that, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get into that genre just yet because I haven't fully mastered it.
I think that name is tough, for sure. Uh, and it's really cute that you actually talk to IRL people about your music and stuff, and they support you. Sometimes people like to separate that part, because it's like we sing about bullshit. Like, you know, we sing about girls and exes and shit,
Yeah, I know what you
and
mean.
alcohol. I'm glad you found a circle to be open about it, IRL too. And then a little side note: have you played Dead by Daylight?
To be honest, there was some sort of era where I played Dead by Daylight with KK, obviously. Like he was like the only person, the only motivation that I could play Dead by Daylight with, and it was like on my PlayStation. Not like I play it a lot anymore, but it was very fun. It was a very cool era to like play with my friend. Like just like any game like you can think of, just playing with your bros is the craziest thing ever.
That's true. I love it. Uh, the reason I was asking it is because there's like hexes in the game. You know, in Dead by Daylight, there's a hex little
Oh
skeleton
yeah,
you can destroy with fire.
that actually like makes some sense now, to be honest. But originally that's not where my name Hexed once again comes from. Usually it came from like this one part in like Hexed on Me. If you ever heard of that, it comes from like some of like Lucy Fall's songs and all that. I just decided to roll with that.
I love that. It seems like Lucy Four inspires you a lot, and I mean,
Oh yeah, definitely.
you just picked a song that you really like and you made a name out of it. So I think that's really cute. It seems like to be about the same situation as the first song, and as you were telling me, the first love. You were saying there, I hate to fight. It seems like you may have reached a point of hopelessness where you eventually was forced to give up.
Oh yeah, definitely. To be honest, that's kind of like you were kind of on point there. To be honest,
Yeah.
because like I was always trying to like she broke up with me, and I was like in that situation like yeah, let me just talk this through with her. I'm sure that maybe happened to some people in their life where you're just like you're not willing to accept like a breakup, so you just like try to talk to her constantly and all that, and then it gets to the point where it's just like yeah, she like just says she like tells to me yeah, we broke up. You should know that by now. Just like accept it at this point. And I was like to myself, yeah, to be honest, that's life.
Yeah.
Got broken up with. And that's all I have to deal with. And to be honest, I was kind of blasting this music like at some certain point in my life as well. Like it's not that like I glaze my song, it's just that like those certain words inside the song is like what really like hit me. Cause I remember like I was busy moving out and I like was going on this long trip and I was like moving to this other house and I was just like busy like banging to this music inside the car. Cause like we had to like move a few cars and I have like my driver's license and all, and like I was going like through so much. Like I felt like I wanted to cry, but obviously it's very hard for me to cry because I never usually cry in my life. So I was like just bopping to that song, thinking to myself like, yeah, this is the song that'll get me through it right now.
That's so cute. Yeah, I can relate. I mean, you wrote the song, you made it, so you know the feelings behind it and what you were going
Yeah, I
through.
understand it.
Yeah, what you were going through when you were making it. And then sometimes after a couple months passed and you listen back to it, you're like, oh shit, I was really in my feelings. And
Yeah, the thing is the actual story behind that is like I wanted to make that song because when you might do like a review on that like song like before this, there's like this song I made walking down the lonely road. You probably might like go through it just now, but like I was kind of trying to like try on that genre because that's probably there was this one song that I made. It was just why. I'm sure you like you listen to it as well. Like I was not the best at it, but like I listened to it every now and then. I was like, you know what? Let me start trying some like soft, sad type of songs instead of like sigil core and all that stuff. Like I just wanted to try some indie. So now like I start with that song, see how it goes, and then I was like, maybe I can do better. And then I was listening to like Walking Down the Lonely Road, and that song was like kind of popping off. So then I decided to try this song, and I wouldn't say it's one of my best pieces, but I would still like love it to the death because everyone must love their efforts, no matter like how bad their song is or whatever. I don't think anyone's song is bad, but like everyone has their own taste and all that. But to be honest, I like this song. I wouldn't say it's my best piece, but like I would listen to it every now and then. It really got me through some hard times.
I mean, yeah, like the song says, there's nothing to say. Have the ladies
Exactly.
have the ladies ever heard your music? The ladies that you were singing about.
I mean, they most likely listen to it every now and then. Like most of the ladies like I ever crushed on situationship, I doubt like some of them are kind of fake. I wouldn't want to be rude, but they say they listen to my music, but to be honest, I don't think they really listen. Probably like one of them do, but to be honest, the others don't really.
Hey
Well,
guys,
in my mindset at least.
you guys hear this? You guys are fakes.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, I'm pushing my music career and all that, and they say, yeah, I totally listen to it, even though like the next moment, like I see on TikTok, they follow me right after, like I say that kind of stuff, and I just know, yeah, they do not listen to my music at all.
Bruh.
I guess there's some sort of humanity,
Well, they're trying. They're trying. Okay.
at least. Eh?
First of all, I love the way you inserted the collective name there at the end. That was fucking bussin'. What did you mean by that keeps me free? What was the girl or the collective? You said, my heart keeps beating, seeing you was all that mattered to me. It's all that keeps me free under that white sugar garden tree.
To be honest, it's kind of like a mix of like all the girls like I seen in my life, like every person I've ever crushed on. It's just, it's all that like keeps me going in my life because usually throughout my life, like especially during the beginning of my life, I was like a big extrovert at everything. So like just like seeing them was like motivating me to like go to school every day, which is not what you're supposed to be doing when you're supposed to actually be studying and focusing on your education. But like what really messed me up is that I always got into this source of limerence where like every girl like I always had a crush on, I couldn't stop thinking about them. I always got excited. Like I remember, listen, I'm this kind of person who has always been transferred to schools for like so much times in my life. I remember I was with KK during like my first school, and then afterwards then I had to move like inland, and then I was like starting to crush on this old girl and all that kind of stuff, and then I moved on to this other school where I crushed on two girls, which is, I don't know, I was going through a lot of complications then, and now moving on here, and at this point I couldn't really like focus on relationships anymore. But like at that moment when I was making that song, I was just like thinking about all these girls, and like it's all that kept me free, like just allowing me to think for the first time ever in my life, because it's the only thing that could keep me thinking about them, and that's all that I was thinking of, was mostly them, especially during school.
Yeah, I feel like love is a big motivator for a lot of people, which is weird, like, because sometimes I feel very motivated by love in life, but then whenever I'm tired of people, I'm just like, yeah, fuck everything. I'm just focusing on myself. Fuck that shit. Yeah, I don't need any of that shit. It's just me and my craft. So it's a love hate relationship, you can say.
Yeah, can't lie there.
You think you can relate?
Yeah, to be honest, I think I can relate a lot. I've been through a lot of like love in different sort of ways, you can say.
Mm-hmm. So the next snippet is gonna be from the same song. That cat is so cute. Oh my god. Um, that was just pure despair right there. Who inspires you when it comes to music? You said Lucy for the sigil core.
I would say, to be honest, this is actually like a great question because the reason that like I started with this song is because Alex G. I was listening to some Alex G like on the same day just before I was making this, and I was like thinking to myself like, to be honest, I really like get along with him. Like he sings like the same things that like I go through, so why not just like make a song like this? He inspired me in like such a way, and I was thinking to myself like, actually, to be honest, like just before like I ended there, I was thinking to myself like, yes, so my life is kind of ass and all that. Like, why do I just keep on loving? So I'm all alone once again, and I actually almost like cried at that last part because I was thinking to myself, like, yes, I'm actually all alone. Like, I don't want to sound like a pick me right now, but I really like was going through a lot of shit like through that.
Well, I hope you're better now and out of that.
No, no, no. To be honest, I think I'm doing better.
Picks up the drink. Alrighty.
Don't worry about that.
Oh my gosh, I only heard this one when preparing for the interview, and let me tell you, what a fucking banger! I never really listened to anything like this on my free time, but I really like the song. It's kind of quirky. It's like, I ain't nothing but a fucking rocker boy. And have you ever felt like you wasted time?
Wasted time, I would say I've thought about that more than I've ever seemed to admit. But like to be honest, yeah, you can't lie there. I was really like wasting a lot of time in my life. I think that I should be doing things a lot better and like focusing on my dreams more, putting more effort in. Maybe even like anything, like even education or more in my music. To be honest, I think I've been slacking lately, at like especially last year. Well, to be honest, last year has like a bit of excuses since I'm still getting into it, but I think I should be focusing more. Well, there's a lot for you to be seeing, especially from yesterday. I've been kind of like putting in the work, but we'll leave that for the end of the episode, eh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm excited. Um, yeah, I'm excited. Uh, you literally just started not too long ago, and you are already so good and so like situated, and like I said in the beginning, definitely insane potential
Appreciate that.
there. Um, if you had the ability to remove a year of memory from your life, would you do it?
To be honest, if I did not start my music career last year, I probably would have completely erased 2025. But I think the year that I've probably removed most would be, let me say, I think maybe the year before that, but usually, to be honest, ever since I met KK, it's been a ride. So I can't say I want to remove like any year, to be honest. Like realistically, if I would ever like make a choice. But I would say out of all those years, I'll probably choose 2024 or actually 2023 because there were like lots of stuff that was going on there. And I was like in a depressed part of my life, very depressed. And I don't know, I felt like I wasn't doing anything with my life during 2023 besides, chilling with KK. That was the only thing that kept me motivating throughout that year.
Oh, that's so cute. You guys have such a bro code relationship.
To be honest, he's really the only one who keeps me motivating with like throughout my life. I mean, Safe Space and Mugshot Shotty are there too, but KK was always there for me when like things were rough.
Yeah, it seems like you guys are always there for each other, and I'm really happy that it's this way. You can always rely on him, he can always rely on you, and you guys make music together. Who taught you how to make music? Did you like learn from YouTube or did KK show you?
To be honest, I think it's just like through experience. Like 90% of the time is experience, and then like well, I would say 9% is KK, and then just throughout like every single song, I think it's just like busy playing around with like every single like effect, maybe using their effects every now and then. But like honestly, I think the biggest part of it is just experience. You just start figuring out like what works for your mic, what fits for you, what fits for your voice, and it really is just such a banger to start figuring out and learning out of curiosity to figure out like what works for your voice and all that. Why did you leave me for someone else? Why did he matter to you more than me? We could have been something more and feel the love inside because you matter to me. Why I feel
self explanatory. Sounds like you were in love with a H03. Happens to the best of us. Has
Yeah,
she
roughly.
has she ever tried to talk to you after some time?
To be honest, what I've never really taught you or told you about that story is when, like, around about my breakup, is she was kind of talking to another guy and starting to get to know him, and I started getting kind of like worried. Like, it sounds pretty common, eh? I'm not sure how common it is, but during that like situation, I was kind of getting nervous. Like, why is she hanging out? Like, actually started getting to a point like that one week where she was like constantly only talking to him and only like hanging out with him, like more than me as well. Like whilst we were still in that relationship. Like, no offense, but like it really started hurting me, and I kept on like texting her like, "Yo, when are we gonna play?" and all that. Like, I was implying that like it's kind of wrong for her to like hang out with that guy. Not that I'm like mad about it, but like to be honest, I was just like heavily worried, as probably you can say someone could be. Like, it's probably normal for you to be worried about something like that. Just like hanging out, like it's more than just suspicious. It's literally she's just like throwing it like right in front of your face that she's been hanging out with this guy. It's like she's trying to make you jealous. But like I was just like so worried. I was so like scared, and I just didn't want to be in the situation like that. And guess what? She ended up with that guy.
That's so fucked. Was it the second girl?
Now the second girl, we never really made it to fruition. We never really got into a relationship, thankfully. Not that I like wouldn't want to. It's just that I'm not in the mood for such a long distance right now.
So it was the one after?
Yeah, it's the let's just call her make amends. Okay, that's like what me and KK used to call her.
Okay.
But yeah, it's more of like an inside kind of joke for that name.
Did things end up working out between her and the other guy she left you for?
Mm. If I told you, it would be kind of ironic, but let's just say they probably like chilled out for like 3 weeks, and then she broke up with him. Well, I heard from a friend of mine who was like in on the situation, like because he's still friends with that one guy that was in a relationship with her. I actually talked with that one guy now, but he said like yeah, he would never like betray me with like my ex and all that kind of stuff, but realistically he kind of ended up with her. I don't know, maybe she manipulated him or not. Not to say, I'm not gonna name any names or anything,
Yeah.
but like there was like my inside friend who was like listening in on their relationship and all that, and they broke up, and everyone in like that group just hates her. So, not that I'm saying that she deserves hate or anything, but maybe she you can say she got what she deserved, but I don't believe that anyone deserves any sort of hatred. Maybe they should be fixed in some way. Maybe they should change their life for the better. But
It's not
yeah,
your
I guess
job.
that's just how. Yeah, it's not our job to like do what she needs to do. It's like through her experience.
Exactly. Leave that up to the universe. Sometimes we think we can fix people, but then we just end up. It's kind of like making a 5-star meal for someone else while drinking poison slowly. You kill yourself. It comes at the expense of you sometimes.
Damn, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
It's kind of smart of you to say, eh?
Some Ankh wisdom drop in here. um, okay. Next snippet. love the way you it felt like the song was about to finish, but then you pop out of nowhere. You're like, "Fuck off," you know.
Yeah. To be honest, that's kind of like probably one of my favorite parts of the song. I wish I could have like probably maybe like put another part just for KK. It was, to be honest, I think I was kind of selfish at that point because he only had like one proper line where you could add it into that song. So I wouldn't say the song would have been perfect, but I'm actually very surprised of how like popular it actually like gotten. But like that last part is like I was thinking to myself like there's like some sort of songs where people like put in like one line and then they like add an overlay to that other line. So I was thinking to myself, let me actually try that and see if it works. And to be honest, it kind of kicked off. I can't even lie. I was probably bopping to that for like a good 3 weeks, and like it was probably such a banger to me. Like obviously out of like repetition, it started getting, I wouldn't say the song is boring, but the song still has some love to it. Like I treat it like a child. I treat all my songs like just like my children. Well, at this stage of my life.
Oh, it's your babies, so cute. I really emphasize with the emotions you portray in the song in particular. Like that emotion is just so specific. You love someone, they do some fuck ass shit, and you just cannot stay friends with them. You kind of start like hate them on the surface level. Never actually. I'm sure you wish her the best, but there's that resentment feeling, and
Yeah, 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 I actually get what you mean.
that's what you were trying to say, right?
Yeah, I did it definitely, to be honest.
Yeah. You're definitely good at the storytelling through your songs.
Like unconsciously, to be honest, unconsciously. Like I actually never thought that I would like be in a situation like that, like where I unconsciously talk about like my love stories. I've never actually thought of that. Like I remember when I was like reviewing like at all these songs just before like we were doing this interview, and I was thinking to myself, damn, I'm actually like talking about like love stories in my life and going through all like these tough moments. It's just like it's been a ride. It's actually been a ride, and I'm probably been doing music for almost a year now. I think around about like I think I started in June, July last year. I remember
Oh
something
wow,
around there. So it's
so
almost been a year.
it's only been 9 months, dude, and you made so many bangers. What the hell?
I mean, I wouldn't say bangers, but if you say
Banger.
so, I'm happy to appreciate it. Eh?
Yeah, and you have like some with more than 500 listeners in them, and I mean, I feel like it's huge. I've been making music uh, about the same as you, same time, and I've never gotten over like 350. I think the only song I have more than like around 300 listeners was with Keller because he was fucking carrying me. But
No, I wouldn't really say that. I mean, you guys literally like cooked. Like you guys cooked. I still listen to that song every now and then. I know it doesn't look like it, but I bopped to that song in the car. Like I remember there was this one time where I dropped my brother off, ne? And then like I just like bop off to your song inside the car, and that bass literally bangs. I can't even lie to you. Like I actually like get in the mood to listen to like your song every now and then, like especially like after school and all that kind of stuff. Such a
hey,
banger.
what is that profile picture? Did you draw it?
Actually, I'm actually so glad that you were talking about that because it's not me who drew it, but it's actually someone from my class who decided to make a profile pic for me. Like they said they were like because just before that year they said they were like miss me and all that. Like I don't want to say too much about it because she kind of had a crush on me,
Mm-hmm.
and I respect her for that. But I knew it wasn't gonna like work out and all that kind of stuff. So I tried my best to brush it off and let us stay as friends. Maybe it could have been something, maybe not. But like she like did that for me just because she listened to my song. She realized that I maybe had a future for myself. So now she wrote that or like drew that, and I was like so happy about it. I was actually so excited to see such a thing. and I was like, you know what? Like I even said it straight to her face. Like I was going to like make it as my profile picture. And I will probably like keep it maybe even till the day I die, to be honest, because like so much effort was put into that, and like I actually respect it.
Damn, is that
So
actually
now
you?
apparently it is. I was like surprised, like that's me, and then she was like, yeah, it is you. And she even put in through the effort to do it like during exam times as well. So I was very surprised. It was also on the last day, like on our last exam. So she got to put in the effort just before, I had to dip to like another town. But I'm really glad she was able to do it.
That's so cute. Somebody in my chat said drawing art is literally how just artists show love.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong about that, eh?
um, can we do a little bathroom break? I'm about to piss myself.
Yeah, no problem. To be
Alright.
honest, I kind of need to go to the bathroom as well.
Okay. Bathroom break, chat.
Bathroom break.
Ugh. Yo. Yo, this is KK speaking right now, chat. This is KK speaking right now. Alright. The love you give me somehow meant nothing to you, or am I just another guy that means nothing to you? I want a live performance, KK performance. Hold up. I can trust nobody. There on my op, so much corpses in my trunk. Yeah, I'm haunted by the cops. Short a fat best friend. Now I feel like Jack the Ripper. Cut his head off, and I post a shit on Twitter. This bitch, ass so fat. Yeah, I feel just on my pillow. He talks so much shit, so I made his wife a widow. But she gave good neck. I'm always had her widow, so you better think twice. I don't hold back. Yeah, I let go. There you go.
Yo,
First ever KK. First ever KK. Hey.
motherfucker, what? Yo, you know she's hearing all of this, Nate.
It's bathroom break.
She's gonna see this on the street.
It's bathroom break.
What you yapping about, bro? What you on about, bro?
Yo, I was enjoying myself. I got there.
Not gonna lie, Lord have mercy, because I needed to use that bathroom. It's
Yes.
actually so lucky. Yo, I was about to burst. I can't even. She's gonna see this.
Yo, what happened?
Oh shit! Wait.
Oh shit! Oh my bad.
What did
Hold on. I'm gonna mute.
you
I'm gonna mute back up. I'm gonna mute back up.
Bye. Who the fuck is this guy?
It's killer, bro.
Ew, get him out of here.
Yo, I needed that.
Oh,
Bro, I can't even lie to you. This may sound weird, but I was about to like blow up. Bro, my bladder was about to explode.
we were in sync, bro. You should have asked one. What the hell?
Nah, it's fine, it's fine. I think I was gonna lock until the end, but to be honest, I think it would have been better this way.
Okay. Alright. Let's see. Now for the most important question. What do I gotta do to join White Sugar Garden? Would you guys ever accept
I'm-
me?
I mean, to be honest, I don't know if I think KK would kind of be supportive about this, but let's just say a week before we were kind of thinking about you like getting joined to White Sugar Garden. Like it
Oh my
was
god,
me and
that's
KK.
me.
We were yapping about this, thinking about like, yo, what if you joined White Sugar Garden? Because I mean, you can produce, you can sing, and it was kind of
Hell
like
yeah.
such a like a wild thought, and we were like, you know what? Like if she was up for it, maybe we can. To be honest. And I'm to be honest, he was more excited than I am, and I was surprised. I was like, "Yo, to be honest, it's actually kind of fire if you would ever join." So I guess you can start pondering about that.
KK, what are your thoughts on that one?
I mean, I'm pro Fukuru,
Yes!
so I don't mind.
Let's fucking go!
It's just the other members that might have a different, thought about it.
Yeah,
But who
we're
they,
probably gonna have to talk about it.
yeah, but they probably won't really care.
I mean, I would only upload songs there if it goes through your approval first. You know what I mean? Do you play any video games, Hexy?
Yeah, I do. I play like a bunch of games, to be honest. I kind of like started off with Siege, but to be honest, I've been a gamer all my life. Let's just say, I don't know. It's a kind of embarrassing, but I must have like 1,000 hours in the Isle. Not that I'm like the best or
Oh
anything,
my
but
god! You're
it's kind of crazy. A lot. I used to be like a crazy like Red Dead Redemption gamer, and I've kind of settled with. If you all know what like Wrecking Ball is, it's kind of like my character now to like play.
Oh, so you're a piece of
And
shit.
yeah, you can say so. Eh?
You're an
People can
annoying
say I'm
gamer.
pretty annoying. Oh yeah, exactly. You see, we have the same wavelength. It's just annoying. I don't know why. It's not like I want to be annoying, but it's just a fun character to play. To be honest.
Any other lore details you would like to mention? Anything that I missed by any chance?
To be honest, I don't think there's a lot that you've like kind of missed. You kind of like did like a full breakthrough about me,
Yeah.
but there's like I can kind of just like do like a summary of what I like my entire life was like being an introvert from like grade 1 to 7.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I've always been a loser, you can say. Like I know you like guys won't support me saying that, but I think the first portion of my life was kind of like quiet. I've been a nobody. And then like I sort of forced myself into a position where I can like at least push myself to be something in my life. I mean, at this point I'm so surprised I'm even like making music in my life. It's actually such a joyous thing to think about. To, even to like talk to a woman ever in my life. I, s- I sound like such a loser for saying that, but it means a lot to me and all that kind of stuff. Even KK is probably laughing because of inside jokes and all that kind of stuff of all the shit we've been through. But man, it's been a while, right? I wish I could have been there in Germany, maybe hang out with the boys and all that kind of stuff. But maybe one day, hey.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much for accepting this interview. It was such a pleasure having you here. And I recommend to anybody who would like to tap into HexxedBane's soul, and you can find his music under White Sugar Garden on SoundCloud among the other collective members. Please check it out. Hearing little snippets versus the full song is not the same. The full story in its entirety. If you feel like dwelling, I'm confident HexxedBane will make you feel all that pain again. Trust me, I know I did. Thank you, chat. We'll see you guys next episode. Bye.
Sharp.
For sure, for sure.
White Sugar Garden.